Nick's with me now. Nick, good to see you. So, look, emphatic scoreline, as we said. Barcelona were actually the bookies' favourites, weren't they, before kick-off last night? And after that performance, do they justify the tag, do you think?
Well, there are a lot of serious contenders in the mix, aren't there? But I think they're right up there. Yeah, really impressive result from them. Again, that front three just have the capacity to blow teams away, don't they? And we saw that last night. Yamal, Lewandowski, Rafinha, all on the score sheet. Of course, they have a manager who's won the Champions League before as well in Hansi Flick. He won it with Bayern in 2020. So they've got huge pedigree, and you can see why they might be favourites.
Yeah. And look, when we talk about Mr. Rafinha, because Leeds fans remember him fondly from his time in the Premier League at Ellen Road, £55 million they got for him. They'd probably be feeling shortchanged, weren't they? Right now, looking at his performances this season.
Yeah, he looks worth double that, doesn't he? He's been fantastic. He didn't have the easiest start at Barcelona, but he's gone to another level this season. He's up to 19 goals and assists in the Champions League this season, which is the most by a Barcelona player in the competition since this man, Lionel Messi, in 2011-12. So we can compare their records in this graphic here. So as you can see, they're both on 19 goals and assists combined. Lionel Messi had 14 goals, 5 assists. Rafinha has 12 goals and 7 assists. They played the same number of games, but what you'll see is that Rafinha has actually played fewer minutes than Messi played that year. So he comes out on top in terms of goals and assists per 90 minutes. Rafinha with 1.85, even more than Messi on 1.73. So that just shows you how well he's doing this season, Rafinha, in the Champions League. He's having an absolutely stunning season, and Barcelona will be hoping it continues.
Yeah, and in terms of that front three then, how memorable will that go down in Barcelona history? Obviously depends on what they do for the next couple of months this season. But comparing the Messi front three to the Rafinha front three.
Yeah, well, they're putting up some incredible numbers, aren't they? We've pulled out the best season that Suarez, Messi and Neymar had here compared to the current season by Lewandowski, Rafinha and Yamal. So as you can see in 2015-16, these three scored a combined 131 goals, which is just ludicrous, isn't it? Looking back at that now. And you can see how that compares. So here's the current front three this season. I mean, their numbers are incredible. They're on 82 combined, but they've
much
got
more of an even split, wasn't there?
It is, yeah.
15-16 with Lamar sort of trailing in this one.
Yeah, they've got a bit of a way to go. Ferran Torres has actually scored more goals than Lamine Yamal this season. He's on 16, so they maybe share the goals out a little bit more, this Barcelona side, but they have a lot of ground to make up if they're going to get anything like as high a number as 131. They do potentially have 13 games left to play, though, this season, Barcelona. 8 left in La Liga. They've got a Copa del Rey final and potentially 4 Champions League games. So they'll be hoping to increase that number and maybe get it up over the 100 mark. You wouldn't bet against them, but a lot of work to do to catch these guys.
Increase that number and potentially head towards a treble. You mentioned Hansi Flick, a Champions League winning manager. That's what's in the telescope, isn't it, at the end of the tunnel?
I think so, yeah. I mean, they're in a fantastic position in every competition, aren't they? And we see that here in La Liga. They're top. They're 4 points clear of Real Madrid. They're in a great position with 8 games left. Of course, they're still alive in the Champions League. I mean, this may as well say semi-final at this point. You know, they are in such a fantastic position. And then they've got the Copa del Rey final to look forward to, and that's against Real Madrid later this month. What a prospect that is. So they are having a fantastic season, and they'll be hoping to get over the line in all 3 of these competitions. Yeah,
and look, new stadium coming as well. They've been in the shadows, haven't they, of Carlo Ancelotti's Real Madrid in recent seasons. What about the team that were beaten heavily last night in Borussia Dortmund, last year's finalists? What chance do we give them? I mean, 4-0, it's been done before. We've been talking about Emery and Luis Enrique in the past, haven't we?
It's been done once before in Champions League history, so history is not with them. But I mean, we all remember this incredible tie, don't we? In 2016-17, last 16 tie between PSG and Barcelona, a 4-0 win for PSG at home, and then that stunning 6-1 win for Barcelona in the second leg. So can Dortmund pull off something like that? I mean, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? It's highly unlikely, but at least it has been done before, so there is some precedent.
Yeah, and they've lost big players, haven't they, Borussia Dortmund? But what do you think their drop-off in Europe is down to, having got to the final last year and been in it?
It's been a steep decline, hasn't it? It's been a really difficult season for them. There's been a lot of upheaval, and it's been really hard for them to sustain that level. They've done so well in recent years, haven't they? Doing, getting to the final last year in itself was a great achievement, but they just haven't been able to maintain it.
Yeah.